Because like it's funny because like you transcend both cultures and like you're like able to.
Yeah, and you know what? Because I'm American.
Yeah.
In the prejudicial pyramid, I'm pretty much up there with MacArthur. So there's MacArthur, Uncle MacArthur, the American Embassy, Toranomon, and there's me. So I'm like, I just pull out the American flag once in a while.
Oh yeah.
We can change. And then sometimes I'm Japanese, so
yeah.
It's like, so even if people say really nasty things about me, they think it's like inherently maketa. Because in their mind, the right-wing people, every day, every 24 hours, they fight a war with America and lose. That's the crazy part. And in their nostalgia, they remember the times when they conquered Korea and China. So those people are below. So you see, if they argue with me, even if they say really bad things on me on the Tokumei Netto, they've already lost because I've won historically. So it's really stupid.
Yeah.
But when you just do this over and over again, people get used to this idea. So in the end, some people just cool out and grow up, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like moving it ahead. You're like pushing the entire
envelope a little bit, just a little
process
bit.
forward.
I really learned in Japan, like in many Asian countries, you can't just revolutionize. You know, you can't just say tomorrow we will change every 4 years. It's not like presidential.
Yeah.
But if you sort of just sit down with people one person at a time and talk to them, and they think that you're okay, then somehow in their mind, and this is maybe not so much of a strength but a weakness, if you're okay, everything behind you is okay. So if they like me, everything I see is all of a sudden okay, including Korean voting rights. So that's kind of dumb, but that's one way to do it. 私が気に入ってもらえれば私の主張すべてがなぜか良くなっちゃう。あ、なんでしょう。
これFMRI とその周りのこう NGO がありますけど、そういうの10年のドキュメンタリーの
DVD いただきます。
自分たちで作ったやつですけど、見てください。これは英語版、てかまあ英語の字幕が入っている。
So, are you planning to spice things up on here?
I'm a salaried man. I work.
Really?
Like I work as an engineer at this company called Fujitsu 10. We make car audio, car
I know
navigation.
Fujitsu 10. I've worked for them.
Really?
Yeah,
Where?
speaker.
Yeah.
I own that huge.
You work for them?
Eclipse.
Yeah, Eclipse.
I have
yeah.
two Eclipses.
No,
which I received
get out.
Yeah. In terms of payment. 物々交換で富士通10から巨大なスピーカーをギャラ代わりにもらったことあってうちにあるんですよ。彼の会社。
What kind of event was that for?
This was some kind of, I think, IT network related. When Fujitsu was putting out a GPS or something, a navigator.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to do some evento, and I remember going to a hall somewhere in Kobe to host it, and we were negotiating on the guarantee, and it says, instead of paying me cash, why don't you give me the speakers?
Just hook me up with a
huge
system.
Yeah, Eclipse.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm an engineer there. I've worked there for 5 years, going on 6. So.
Oh, okay. So we might know some people in common. I don't remember their names, but they would probably know me if you ever get around to it. すごいね。
ここにはボランティアで来てくれてるんです。
On the weekends, I just
That's cool enough.
Translator でもありますね。
That's really important. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. Coincidence. So right now we're just traveling around Japan using a small experimental interface which connects to the web from land like Musen.
Yeah.
So we're able to broadcast from wherever we stand.
So you're broadcasting right now? Or?
No, it's off, but we were when I feel like it.
Cool. Wow.
Maybe we'll upload the
Where
video
are you guys
we're talking
based?
Like, usually we live in Tokyo, and I've really been closeted in Tokyo for the past decade or so. Partly because of the web, because the web insists that you stay in front of a computer, right? But now we're mobile, so finally we get to
getting out there.
Yeah, and really feel what Japan is really like, not just the fiction that Tokyo is, right?
Fiction.
It is. Sabetsu, it's all fiction. That's what you realize. It's like when you travel and you get the other side of the view, both sides are fiction. So only you know what is right. Once, I'll just tell this as a little joke. About 5 years ago, some Korean TV station brought over a group of youth to travel to Japanese memorial sites for anti-Korean discrimination or something, right? So these kids were all heated up. and they wanted me to like say something to them. And I'm American, sort of, so I'm not going to really apologize for Japan. And I'm kind of tired of Korean television setting it up so Japanese apologize. So I was trying to tell this young 14-year-old that, look, you learn a lot of things, but you have to understand that everything you learn has an element of propaganda in it. And she exploded into this whole tirade of like, you're saying that the Eon food don't exist. I met the 80-year-old woman. You're saying she doesn't exist. And it's like all like, you know, completely angry and stuff. I'm like, well, all right, you win. I'll let it go. But it ends up doing like that. So when you, it depends on who's listening to you. If they're more mature, you know, they have the room to listen to you. But if they're like young, and their parents or their government has completely like tipped them over, it's like the Chinese youth right now. They're like also Olympic and proud. And if you talk about Tibet to an average Chinese, you know, you set off an alarm. Right?
Talk about like the
Uyghur, yeah. So that's the fun part. So what I do is I don't really go straight into the heart, but I just like touch a little bit and watch what happens, and if it's okay, I go and do it again.
But that's the way you deal with like people here in like East Asia. You don't like grab them by the shoulders and like shake them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in the United States, you know, I mean, there are places that are open to debate, and then there are places that are not, right? So
like certain subjects, or like
certain subjects in certain regions. Like if you go to certain, like the South or Midwest or whatever. I mean, there's even reverse cases. Like I was in.
Where were you living?
A little bit in California, San Francisco area, and a lot in Massachusetts, Boston.
May I ask where you were born?
Oh yeah, New York.
New York.
But that was infancy, so
okay, yeah, it doesn't count.
I don't remember. ということで多様な人がいっぱいいるということですね。急に自分のそういったものがわーっと出てきちゃったりして、皆さんにお見せしてない僕を今日は見ていただきました。ついでにお見せしてないものを見ていただきました。ベルトを見てください。こんなにここだったんですよ最初。この旅を1ヶ月してここまで来ちゃって大変だということが分かりますね。PWL ダイエットでした。
荷物そういえばすごい重たそうなんですけど、置きますか？
大丈夫です。はい。持ち歩いてもうそれが生活形態でカタツムリみたいな。文福茶釜、文福モリッター。いや、俺らkidding。すごい。